Good morning. I'm over here this time because I'm not leading this song, but welcome to Unity Church of the Hills. We're going to get our service started off. Matt?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good morning or evening, friends. Here's your friendly announcer. I have serious news to pass on to everybody. What I'm about to say could mean the world's disaster, could change your joy and laughter to tears and pain. It's that love in need of love today. Don't delay, send yours in right away. Hate's going round, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. The force of evil plans to make you its possession. It will, if we let it, destroy everybody. We all must take precautionary measures. If love and peace you treasure, then you'll hear me when I say that love's in need. Oh, love today. Oh, don't delay. Send yours in right away. Hey, it's going around, breaking many hearts. Stop it, please, before it's gone too far. People know love's in need of love today. Don't delay. Send yours in right away. Don't you know the hate's going around, breaking many hearts? Stop it, please, before it's gone too far.
Thank you so much, Matt. Music team, we are so blessed, right? And isn't the message of love a beautiful way to join together here on Sunday morning? I'm Reverend Cynthia Vermillion-Foster. It is my joy and my heartfelt honor to welcome each of you here this morning. Thank you for being part of this ministry, and know that your presence here matters and makes a difference. Let's begin by affirming our vision statement together. Centered in love and divine oneness, we transform ourselves, our community, and our world. And our mission statement: we put God first, celebrate life, live unity principles, and empower each other to transform our lives. That's what we're here to do, and you are all a part of it. I want to give a special welcome for anyone that is here for the first time, either physically or online. It is a joy to have you there and here. And if you're new here in the sanctuary, if you wouldn't mind raising your hand so we could acknowledge you. There are connection cards in the pew in front of you. We invite you to fill one out and put it in the offertory basket so that we can stay connected with you. And I also want to acknowledge anybody that is here for the second or third time. Your desire to come back and be part of this family is so appreciated. We have a blessing that we use every Sunday morning. Oh, thank you. That's why I have someone do slides so I don't forget anything. I do want to take a moment and acknowledge anybody that has been a veteran. If you would rise so we can honor you. Thank you so much for your service. We honor you. We truly do. And now, let's take a moment and bless one another. It's on the screen. We love you. We bless you. We welcome you. And we behold the Christ you are. And so now let's take a moment and move around the room and welcome one another face to face.
let us keep that same energy of love as we prepare for our opening congregation song. We're going to sing I Release. So everyone stand and let us sing together. There was a time in my life I thought I'd have to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you've got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what I've had to say all week. I've had to say, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more, no more, no more. No more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Hey, I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more, no more. No more strife. With the faith, I see the light. I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I'm free. Yes, I'm only here for God.
So my name is Neil Fireeyes, and I'd like to share a little bit about unity, prayer, and healing. So back in the 1800s, after centuries and centuries, somehow there was a mindset that if you were sick and you weren't getting any better, well, then that either you inherited that sickness from your parents or it was God's will for you. So either way, you were out of luck. You just had to suck it up and accept it. So, of course, people were looking for answers. And there was transcendentalism and Franz Mesmer and Phineas Quimby and all these precursors to New Thought. Mary Baker Eddy, the founder of Christian Science, sort of a sibling of unity, she had been sickly much of her life, and she was looking for healing. She tried Phineas Quimby's version of mesmerism and just kept on searching. And later, after falling in the ice and getting some pretty serious injuries, she was completely healed after reading an account of one of Jesus' miracles in the Bible. And so she founded Christian Science, and that became with a big focus on healing through prayer. And there was just this flurry of activity in the next few decades after that in what would later to become known as the New Thought movement. And so there was all kinds of spin-offs like divine science and religious science, and they used the word science in their names because of the idea that these spiritual truths could be applied with predictable results. So there was a lot of focus on healing through affirmation of these spiritual truths of who we really are. And so then Charles and Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founders of Unity, they were exploring all these New Thought ideas, and they were taking classes from the likes of Emma Curtis Hopkins, She had been a Christian Scientist who started her own school of metaphysics. And so there was just a lot of exploration of these ideas. And then Myrtle Fillmore herself, who was often sick as a child, was looking for answers. And James Dillett Freeman described in his book, The Story of Unity, he said, Myrtle was not a robust person, for she had been brought up in the belief that she was an invalid and had inherited a tendency to tuberculosis. So Myrtle was at a New Thought lecture, and she heard this spiritual truth. I am a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit sickness. And what an idea for someone who'd been told her entire life that, she had inherited tuberculosis and that was just her lot in life. So she latched onto this idea and she worked with it and she applied that, and she was completely healed of that tuberculosis. Later she wrote in Unity magazine, I was fearfully sick. I had all the ills of mind and body that I could bear. Medicine and doctors ceased to give me relief, and I was in despair when I found practical Christianity. I took it up, and I was healed. So just like Mary Baker Eddy, she was healed through prayer. And so prayer has been a primary focus of Unity since the beginning. Silent Unity has been praying, with and for people since 1890. I myself have experienced 2 instantaneous physical healings in my life, and sort of like a near-death experience. Once you've had that experience, you can't go back. There's no undoing it. And so for me, I know without a doubt, these bodies, they're fungible, they can be changed, and spiritual laws can completely override physical laws. So we know prayer works. I mean, not just a little bit, it can apply to anything in our lives. Obviously, our physical healing, but healings of relationships and finances or any aspect of our lives. And so, especially in these modern times when it seems really hard to apply a spiritual truth in the face of a medical diagnosis or scientific truths, it just seems like, prayer seems to be so pitiful, in response to these solid, diagnoses or facts and something like that. But let's just continue to pray. Pray about everything. Pray in the morning, pray in the evening, pray with a prayer chaplain after service in the chapel. Call Silent Unity for prayer. Let's all pray collectively at 11:11 every morning for ourselves, for Unity Church of the Hills, for others. Let's pray all day, every day, making every moment a prayer. Let's pray right now as Jennifer Chavez leads us in the opening prayer.
I'd like to begin our prayer time with a minister's search prayer that our prayer chaplain team created a little while back. And we'd like for you to join us in praying this prayer daily. You'll find a copy in the foyer as you exit on the cabinet to the left next to the prayer request box. Please pray with me. At this time, we open our hearts to the joy of receiving our new minister. We recognize and claim the presence and power of Spirit within every person and every part of Unity Church of the Hills. Now and in the time ahead, we affirm and welcome the joyful practice of our new minister. In this precious time of prayer, I breathe in the comforting peace of God, the one power and presence, gently releasing anything other than this peace. I open my mind and heart to receive understanding, inspiration, and guidance. I am secure in the unwavering love that uplifts and sustains me. I embody the divine power of faith, knowing that the sun is always shining, even when obscured by dark clouds and storms. One with God, I am steady, grounded, and filled with assurance. In God, I have the capacity to overcome difficult circumstances. Challenges reveal the indwelling nature of spirit that is always there, empowering me to break free from fear and claim my infinite, unbound potential to share God's light in the darkness and step forward confidently to do what is uniquely mine to do. I treat myself and others with compassion and forgiveness and abide in the awareness that my thoughts, words, and actions create and teach. I set an intention to teach only love, for that is what I am. And so it is. Amen.
You know a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. And the dream is just a vessel that must follow where it goes, trying to learn from what's behind you, never knowing what's in store. Makes each day a constant battle just to stay between the shore. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Too many times we stand aside, let the water slip away. So what we put off till tomorrow has now become today. So don't you stand on the shoreline and say you're satisfied. Choose to chance the rapids and dare to dance the tide. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Be rough waters, and I know I'll take some falls, but with the good Lord as my captain, I can make it through them all. Sail my vessel till the river runs dry, like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Yes, I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Till the river runs dry.
Thank you, Roderick. We have an extraordinary music team. And And I was sitting in my office this morning as they were getting ready, and I was like, man, we are going to be blessed today. Thank you all so much. So, I invite you to take a breath with me. To just acknowledge what may be alive in you today. Allowing yourself to be with whatever feelings are present, whatever is touching your life. I've had a number of conversations this week with people in this congregation as they have processed where we are. It's been a challenging time for our country, and this election process has been wrought with difficult emotions, and there's been a growing awareness of how polarized we have become as a nation. And the election is passed, but those differences still exist. Those feelings still exist. And there are people in this community that are probably satisfied with the results of the election, and there are some that are trying to process it. And I want to honor all of that. I also want us to consider as a community what we can do to be present to one another in the midst of whatever is alive, and to take one another's hands and walk through the emotions that are present, to hold one another with gentleness, with love, and to look collectively at how we can infuse our experience here with one another and our life moving forth from these doors with peace and with love. Because that's what we're about, right? That's what spiritual community is all about. And as I spoke with so many people this week that were trying to process emotions, I turned to Thich Nhat Hanh, one of my spiritual teachers, and a little book called Peace is Every Step. Peace is every step. I'd like to say that that's what I walk all the time. Not so much, but each step that I take in that manner, I believe, makes a difference. In this book, at the beginning, Thich Nhat Hanh says, peace is present right here and now, in ourselves and in everything we do and see. The question is whether or not we are in touch with it. Peace is present right here, everywhere, all about us. But are we aware of it? Can we intentionally tap into it? Can we be it in the midst of whatever shows up in our world? He goes on and he says, can we switch the slide? Oh. Okay. We have difficulty remembering that we are alive in the present moment. The only moment that there is to be alive. Every breath we take, every step we make can be filled with peace, joy, and serenity. We need only to be awake and alive in the present moment. Joy is here, love is here, peace is here. In each and every moment. How could it not be so? Because each and every moment is filled with the power and the presence and the activity of God. Right? And our job as spiritual beings is to live into that, to give expression to it, especially when it's a little trying to do so, right? And I want to help us along this journey, because one of the things that I sometimes notice in Unity, we have such a positive approach to life. And that's really important. But that positive approach sometimes can cause us to attempt to discount or deny or stuff our emotions. And our emotions are a part of our human experience, and they tell us a great deal about what's important to us. And it's been my experience that everything I stuff comes up sideways at another time. So I try not to do that. And the process I'm going to share with you, it can be abbreviated to ARC. A-R-C. First of all is allow and accept. Just allow yourself to be present to your emotions, to notice what's going on, to allow them into your being and to accept them. This is what I'm feeling right now. These are the thoughts that are going through my head right now. Not trying to change it, but to really be present in that experience. So accept and allow. And next, we have release. Beautiful expression of release just a few moments ago, right? And what we're doing is we're releasing those feelings, those tender emotions into God's care. Yeah. Spirit, take this for me. And the second part of the R is to rest in self-compassion. Rest in self-compassion. It's so easy to make judgments about ourselves based on what arises in our minds and our hearts, and to make ourselves wrong for something we're experiencing that is difficult. But what we want to do is immerse ourselves in self-love, self-compassion, to honor what is there as sacred. And when we can do that, it begins to open a space in us to release some of the anxiety, some of the difficulty, some of the tenderness. And we can be more present right here in the present moment. the only moment available to us. And finally, the C. Consider. Consider what authentic action Spirit is guiding you to take. You've taken the time to release whatever into God's care. Now allow God to walk with you, to be expressed through you in a way that brings greater healing, greater wholeness, greater communion, greater love. Yes? Allow, release, and consider. And I really think that as a spiritual community, our role is to walk with one another at these times, to be present with one another, that being in spiritual community means that we're choosing to honor what is alive in each person, whether we agree with them or not, whether what they're experiencing makes sense to us or not, but to truly be present to one another. Because none of us can make this journey by ourselves, right? I certainly don't want to. Scott Peck says that community is a group of individuals who have learned how to communicate honestly with each other, whose relationships go deeper than their masks of composure, and who have developed some significant commitment to rejoice together, mourn together, to delight in each other, and make others' conditions our own. As a community, we are here to rejoice with one another in all the ways that life blesses us, to mourn together when life hurts, and sometimes it does, to delight in each other, to take the time to look into the face of someone next to you and to delight that they are here, to experience the wonder of their presence, and to hold one another and make one another's conditions our own, not in a sense of taking their pain away, but in letting them know that they are not alone. And so I think that at this time, with so much alive in our world and what I have heard this week in many people's hearts in this community, I think it's important for us to take some time to do that intentionally with one another. So I'm inviting you, if you're so inclined, to, take a little break after the service and come back, and we're going to have a circle of trust. This is an opportunity not to debate ideas, not to give one another advice, but to really listen deeply and honor the sacredness of what each person is experiencing. It has been my experience that when we do that, we open a window for deeper understanding, for deeper love, for deeper caring, and for more peace in our world. I'm going to conclude this morning by affirming the inclusivity prayer that we embraced a few weeks ago. It speaks to our intention as a spiritual community to honor each and every person. Unity Church of the Hills is an open-minded and open-hearted spiritual community that embraces all as expressions of the divine, that embraces all, that each and every one of you is a sacred gift, and you are an expression of God. We intentionally create a safe space that honors the diversity and uniqueness of every person. We lovingly welcome people of all backgrounds, beliefs, and political views, while valuing the inherent worth and dignity of everyone. Acknowledging the uneasiness and polarization in our current culture, we unite in one, in prayer. Loving Spirit, we know and affirm the beauty of each human soul and acknowledge that we are interconnected with each other. We are one. We cultivate the space in our hearts and in our spiritual community that nurtures the sacredness of all and embrace them with compassion and understanding. We honor the differences among us while grounding ourselves in a faith that unites us. We extend love, grace, kindness, and generosity to one another. And so it is, and so it shall be. This is who we are. This is who each of you are. And as we move forward in this day and this week and this year in our lives, my invitation to each of you is to infuse everything you do with peace. Because peace, when we're really present, is in every step. Namaste.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever.
So I invite you to close your eyes or to lower your gaze and allow yourself to enter that sacred space of communion. To be fully here, fully present in this now moment. Welcoming everything that is alive in you at this moment. Just acknowledging it, letting it be, not making any thought or any emotion wrong. Just knowing it is part of your life experience. And as you honor it and embrace it, allow the breath of God to take all of it gently, releasing it into a place of love, a place of wholeness, a place of peace and well-being. And just allow yourselves to rest in that awareness, in the silence. I breathe in the breath of God, and I breathe it out, releasing the love, the peace, the wholeness, the joy, the presence of God into my world. And I am so deeply grateful for this moment and for this sacred gift of life itself. And my choice in this moment is to infuse everything I see, everything I say, everything I do, everything I think with the presence and power and activity of Spirit, for that is who I am. And I gift myself and my world with peace, with love, with faith, and I go forward, open and receptive to what Spirit would have me do in each moment. And so it is. Amen.
Good morning. So that now is our time and our opportunity to support our spiritual community and experience the power of giving and receiving with our offerings. So the ushers come forward. There are a number of ways for you to give, and they're showing on your screen behind me. And no matter how you give, we are grateful and for your generosity and know it will return to you tenfold. Now, for the online participants, find the link to give in the service description or click to Give Online button on the UCOH website. You will find laminated cards with the QR codes for PushPay, PenPal, and Venmo on the pew backs. There are smaller cards that you can hold to represent your gift while we speak our offering together. Let's say it now. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I circulate, and I am grateful.
I'm so glad somehow I've got salvation now. It keeps the spirit moving in my soul. Every day I find it's peace and joy in mind, and it keeps me singing in my soul. I'm singing, yeah, I'm singing in my soul. When the trouble rolls, then I sing from morning to night. It makes my burdens light. I'm singing, yeah, I'm singing in my soul. Every now and then there's something speaks within. It often tells me when I'm doing wrong, to steal away and bow my head in prayer, and my heart rings out in triumph song. Oh, I'm singing, yeah, I'm singing in my soul. When the trouble rolls, then I sing from morning to night. It makes my burden light. I'm singing, yeah, I'm singing in my soul. I'm singing, hey, I'm singing in my soul. When the trouble rolls, yeah, I sing from morning to night. It makes my burdens light. I'm singing, yeah, I'm singing in my soul. Oh, I'm singing. I'm singing, yeah, I'm
told you they were wonderful, didn't I? Yes? Lex, thank you so much. So let's just take a moment and infuse our minds and hearts with gratitude, with joy, and allow that gratitude and joy to permeate the gifts given this morning, both here physically and online, and to give grateful thanks for each giver, for the light they are in the world. And we see these gifts growing and multiplying and blessing this community and the world. And so it is. Amen. All right. So we have the opportunity this morning to welcome and celebrate Martha McFarland as a new member of Unity Church of the Hills. Martha has completed the Path to Discovery class and chosen to dedicate herself to her own spiritual unfoldment and to this spiritual community. Martha, could you come forward, please? Since ancient times, initiation into a spiritual community has involved the ritual of baptism, a symbolic rite of washing away the old and embracing the new. In ancient Jewish tradition, baptism involved removing one's clothing, a complete bathing, and dressing in new clothing as a reflection of the new life being embraced. In Colossians 3:12 through 15, Paul alludes to this and speaks of the qualities that we are to clothe ourselves in as members of a spiritual community. They are a beautiful reminder of how we can be in sacred communion with each other. He says, as God's chosen ones, loved and holy, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. Bear with one another, and if anyone has a complaint against another, forgive each other. Just as the Lord has forgiven you, so must you forgive. Above all, clothe yourselves with love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. And let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you were called in one body. And be thankful. In Unity, we recognize a baptism of spirit, a spiritual cleansing that supports us in more fully realizing our identities as spiritual beings. This realization calls us to clothe ourselves in love, to treat one another with compassion, with kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. Such an attitude towards one another continues the love story that is Unity Church of the Hills. And it is with that spirit that we welcome Martha today. Martha, I'd like to remind you of Unity Church of the Hills vision and mission statements. Our vision, centered in divine oneness, we transform ourselves, our community, and our world. And our mission, we put God first, celebrate life, live unity principles, and empower each other to transform our lives. Are you willing to support this ministry in fulfilling this vision and mission?
I am.
Our core values are spirit-centered, inclusive, and loving. Spirit-centered. Are you willing to be led by source from which everything begins and returns? Inclusive. Are you willing to create a safe space that honors the diversity and uniqueness of all? Are you willing to practice unconditional positive regard for God, for self, and one another? Are you willing to honor everyone in this community as part of a sacred whole and to nurture an environment that supports spiritual exploration, discovery, and expression? Are you willing to participate regularly in the classes, activities of this community, recognizing that your participation is a gift that enhances the experience of everyone? And now, having declared your commitment to Spirit, to Unity Church of the Hills, and to your spiritual growth, do you hereby proclaim your membership in this spiritual community?
I do.
You do. Okay. Now, will the members of this community please rise? And do you affirm the same commitments that Martha just made? And are you willing, eager to embrace and support Martha as part of this spiritual community? Yes. It is a joy, Martha, to stand with you today and welcome you into this spiritual family. We know and affirm that you are a vital part of this community, and thank you for sharing your presence with Unity Church of the Hills. And so I've recruited our board president to give you our certificate and a little ribbon. And we'd like to sing to you.
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Good morning. My name is Charles Davis. I'm a member of the ministerial search team that is tasked with vetting candidates for our new minister, our new lead minister. I wanted to give you a quick update. Very quickly upon posting the position, we got 3 excellent candidates applying for the position with our church. One of those candidates subsequently withdrew her application for personal reasons. But the other 2 we have met with casually to introduce ourselves. We have completed a formal interview with one of those candidates and are scheduling the formal interview with the second candidate as we speak. Once we've completed the second interview, we will compile all of the information that we have gotten and submit that to the board for consideration. Now, the important thing that I want to bring to your attention is the position still remains open. And we are encouraged as a church to market our church to people. So if you are aware of a candidate that might be good for our church, I encourage you to reach out to them and encourage them to submit an application through the worldwide ministry. As the search team, we cannot do that. We basically remain out of that part of the process. But At any rate, we are well on the process. We are we've got 2 excellent candidates. We're very excited about them, and we're looking forward to our future. Thank you.
Okay, I have breaking news. Our We Wisdom Classroom clearance sale is open every Sunday in November. Visit the classrooms at the far end of the hall before or after the service for great buys on toys, books, furniture, and Montessori learning tools. So that's great. Right down the hall. Join the board candidates and nominating team for a Meet the Candidates session via Zoom this afternoon at 5 p.m. Candidates will speak briefly, followed by a Q&A. Come with your questions, and a registration is required. And you will receive the Zoom link in your registration confirmation email. And you can view the candidates' information and videos on the UCOH website. But if you happen to need an absentee ballot, see Jennifer Chavez in the front office after service. So next Sunday after lunch, join us back in the sanctuary at 1:30 p.m. for our annual meeting. This in-person meeting will include updates on UCOH's financial status and ministerial search, and 2 new board members will be elected. Only UCOH members can vote, but everyone is encouraged to attend. Childcare is available if you need it, but please register for the childcare on the UCOH website. It's time for the annual YFM Fruit fundraiser in partnership with the Northwest Austin Rotary. Place your order in the foyer after the service this and next Sunday to help support the Youth of Unity. Tomorrow, join Dr. Paul Hubbard for his holographic sound meditation in the sanctuary at 7:30 p.m. Tuesday evening, learn to meditate with Dr. Dan Stasik at 7 p.m. in room 131, and please invite a friend. This Thursday, rest and relax with LaToya, the Inked Alchemist, for Grounded Gatherings, a Reiki-infused sound immersion in Friendship Hall at 7 p.m. This is a new monthly event presented on a love offering basis. Our annual Friendsgiving will be at noon in Friendship Hall on Thanksgiving Day. Bring a friend and a favorite Thanksgiving dish and enjoy some nourishing food and friendship. And lastly, would you like to receive a text reminder when a special event is happening at UCOH? Take a moment to opt in for text. Scan the QR code in the foyer or check the website for the link. And that's it. Have a great afternoon. Actually, I did this last time. All right, let me get this out. We'll try again. Every Sunday, the prayer chaplains hold sacred service sacred space during the service. They are available to pray with you in the chapel immediately following the service. And if you have a gratitude, prayer request, a question, or would like information about becoming a chaplain, come to the chapel or look for a friend in a purple sash. If you are online, we have one right there. If you're online, you can call Silent Unity to pray with a chaplain, and the number is on your screen. So now is the time to say goodbye to our online participants. We appreciate you joining us, and please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and have a wonderful afternoon.
The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.